How you guys doing? So I did my Fearless event today, and it's absolutely loved it. It's brilliant, lovely group of guys that came down. Extremely brave, bravery beyond belief, especially for guys who have bad anxiety, who have social anxiety, life anxiety, shyness, been isolated, fears, negative thoughts. For these guys to push past that and come to an event and meet a group of new people, obviously meet me in person, that's what it takes to be successful in life. That movement there, that determination, that push, that that physical, practical endeavor, that's how you be successful. But here's the challenge, because what I've taught people throughout many years is really simple. It's simple in terms of what you got to do practically, but mentally and emotionally it is extremely challenging. It's challenging for all of us. It's challenging for me as a teacher. It's challenging that I've got to do it in my life as well. And it's challenging because we're human, we've got emotions, we've got feelings, we feel pain, we feel discomfort, we have a fear of being judged, we have a fear of the unknown, we have a fear of failing, we have a fear of not being good enough, we have a fear of succeeding, we have a fear of responsibility. So there's so many fears. It's a lot mentally and emotionally to deal with. But the good news is, if you set a goal, I said this to the guys today, and you're hungry and you're more determined to overcome your anxieties, your fear, the rut that you're stuck in your life, it is exciting, it's fun, and you can do it with practice. The more you do something that's difficult, this is a fact, the easier it gets. I'll say it again. The more you do something that is extremely difficult, whether it's meeting new people in new social situations, public speaking, going to a new job, moving apartment, traveling, boxing, doesn't really matter what it is. The main principle is, if you keep putting yourself in that difficult situation over time, repetition, experience, that difficult thing will be normal to you. It will be manageable. And that's what I learned before I started teaching anyone. And that's why it's always been challenging to teach this. But the more I teach it, the more I help people, the more I work with people, the easier it gets. And it's so rewarding. This is the incentive to take action on your goals, on your fears, and the little things and the big things. It's rewarding because you go through something that's difficult, you survive, you come out the other side, you learn, and you feel better about yourself. That's how your self-esteem goes up. You know what's hard? Life's already hard for all of us, just by definition. What's the hardest thing in the world is procrastination, is not taking action. That is a slow death. That literally rips away your self-esteem, your mental health, your happiness. It affects all your relationships, because the longer you don't take action, the longer you stay where you are, the harder it gets to get out of that position. If you sit on your settee for hours and hours, it's very hard to get off your ass and get out off the settee, take a shower, and go out for a walk in the park and walk your dogs or walk with a friend. It's hard because you get comfortable. And when you're in a comfortable place, you don't want to leave that nice feeling. But there's I was going to say Robert De Niro line there from Heat. There's a flip side to that coin, and there is. That comfort that gives you that nice warm feeling and safety, that turns on you. That doesn't last forever. And then you get hit with, like the guys at my event say, you're in darkness, you're in despair, you're in absolute agony mentally and emotionally, and you feel awful about yourself. And there's nothing anybody could really say to you that's going to take that away. Only you can take that away by taking action. I want to make a point of saying this. This is kind of like a new evolved part of my teaching, because it is true. You can't just take action, you've got to keep taking action. Because I know a lot of people, right, they will say, well, I took action. I went on a date last week. I went to a job interview. I reached out and met a friend. I went and done a day of charity. Listen, that's fantastic, but that's not enough. That's like saying, I've lived today, I don't want to wake up tomorrow and do another day. Well, what are you going to do then? So to see the results with social confidence, life confidence, to see your anxiety improve, you've got to take action regularly. And this is a big mistake that many of you make, and I made it, so I know it from first-hand experience, and I put it right. You don't keep taking action, and the reason you don't do it is because you allow the fear to beat you. And fear comes in many different things. And this is one of the challenges that my clients have, and we all have this. Life gets in the way. So we've all got life challenges. You've got your bills to pay. You know, our relationships, our family that we love, our friends, our gym, our diet. We have so many things going on, and that can put stress depending on how you deal with it. And then you go, I can't go and face my fears because I'm worried about my life. But that's life. That it's facing it that helps you to overcome it. So it's in many levels it's fair. You are rewarded through a continuous act of courage. So let me simplify that. So you come to my Fearless event, which is, as I said, a brilliant achievement. It's phenomenal. Or go to someone else's event. That's brilliant. But you've got to keep it going, because if you just go to one event, your social anxiety isn't going to go away. If I'm being honest, if you really, really want to succeed and you want to succeed in life, you've got to go to 12 events a year. You've got to go to an event every month. So you've got consistency. Confidence cannot be gained without consistency, without repetition. And the funny thing is, all of you know what I'm saying, but you're not doing it. For those of you that are doing it, I don't have to say anymore. You're doing it. Fantastic. Most of you are not doing it enough. You're not being consistent enough. Because this is one of the common things that people say at my events and clients say, Johnny, what about days where I don't feel good about myself, where I don't feel good, I don't want to be around people? That's the challenge that you've got to overcome. We all do. I have to. People think when you're successful, they think because I've been successful that now all my challenges, they're all gone. No, I still have to go through those challenges the same way you do. I did feel like doing the Fearless event today. I was really excited. I couldn't wait. But the first Fearless event I'd done a few weeks ago, I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel emotionally ready. I didn't really want to be around a group of people. But I made myself go because I have this understanding and this wisdom, which I'm trying to teach you and get you to understand. And I knew I'd feel better after, which I did. So, success, how I define it, is your ability as an individual, as a man, young guy, old guy, however old you are, to have the discipline and the determination and the strength and the courage to take action and to show up, to move forward when you don't feel like doing it, Because if we all went by that, no one would go to work. We'd have no economy, because people would just say, I didn't feel like going to work. It's not good enough. You've got to go work. People depend on you. So this is a really, man, I don't want this to be true, but today, most people don't have this in their character. They don't want to work hard. They don't want to go through any sacrifice, and they want everything to come easy, and that will destroy your character. And that doesn't mean that. So, poor man, hope he gets help. So, you can't expect to be confident, guys. I realise this. Life really taught me this. Wake up call. You can't expect to be more extroverted and less socially anxious and more confident and like yourself and be doing well in life and inspire people. You cannot expect to achieve these things by not getting off your ass continuously and working hard and going through challenging experiences. But I promise you, when you do it, you'll be as happy as I am, or the next person. The process is so rewarding. Once you get that experience and you get into that headspace and you feel those emotions and you build some momentum up, you go out to social groups regularly, you meet people, however it is for you, you will not want to go back to the way that you were, because that will be so frightening and unbearable. You just won't want to do it, and that's a good thing. The fear will actually be a positive. It'll be a positive fear. You want to keep going out, and you'll have good experiences, and you'll meet, for the most part, you'll meet good, decent people. We'll have good conversations, and your self-esteem will be reinforced. It will start going up. Your depression will start going. Your appetite for life will start coming. Your conversations will go better. Your whole life will start improving. But it will not happen if you don't take action. And I'm going to keep saying it. That's why I don't put out one video of me hitting a bag. That's not good enough. I put out, every single time I go to the gym, I try and film one. I put one up on the channel to show, not to show off in that kind of way, but to show you what commitment means, dedication, to inspire you, to show you that I'm disciplined and that you can be the same. For yourself, you can be disciplined in your life. So you have to be disciplined if you want to get over anxiety, shyness, fear. Because if you're not, you're just going to stay where you are. And listen, we've all got a choice, and I respect people's choices. If you want to stay that way, then no one can force you otherwise. That's your human right. I just sound like Scarface when I said that's my human right, but you guys know what I'm saying. But deep down, none of you want that. I speak to you, and I don't want that for you. I didn't want that for me. It's a horrible feeling. So keep it simple. I said today, fear is complicating, anxiety is complicating, the mind's complicating. The way you overcome it is not by quarreling with it, it's too smart, not by arguing with it, it's too clever. Take action. Simple things. Go to the gym, speak to someone, meet up with a friend, come to my Fearless event, set your own event up, go to the cinema, go for a walk in the park, go to a boxing gym, get out of the house. If you haven't got a job, look for a job. Most of the things that you need to do require having a conversation with another human being. And I'm telling you, it will start to get easier. It doesn't make sense intellectually, because it took me a while to grasp this. I had to do it through action. So it's really about, amongst many things and looking at it, it's all about really dealing with your own emotions, the emotions of taking action. And that's why the majority of people are not where they want to be in life. And I'm not just talking financially or in relationships. They're not where they want to be emotionally. They don't have good self-esteem because they're not taking enough action. They're not consistent with it. They're not taking action for 6 months to a year or 6 weeks. And you've got to invest in a mentor. You've got to put your hand in your pocket. You can't be a tight git and not want to spend any money, because you're not going to get anywhere in life. You won't make more money. So either you've got to spend the money and get a mentor, pay someone to change your life and help you, or you've got to get off your backside and you've got to spend that energy. You've got to spend something if you want to get something back. You can't just sit on your ass and expect confidence to come knocking at your door. I can't go to Pret a Manger and say, yeah, could I get a latte and a box of confidence? Confidence has to be earned through taking action. It's the only way to build it. There's no other way. And confidence isn't, confidence is not about what you say, it's about what you do. I've said it before, you can sit in front of the mirror and say, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm motivated. If you're not going to the gym and you're sitting at home, you're not fit and you're not healthy and you're not motivated. It's lies. So you can't build confidence by telling lies, and a lot of people do that. You build confidence by being truthful, by showing up, by doing it. And then you can do it. So anyone can do it, but very few will choose not to do it. And I ain't judging that, but I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling you generally how it works. So, and you've got to be hungry, obviously. You have to have a goal. You have to have a reason as to why you want to do something difficult, and a reason as to why you want to go through something that's difficult, that's painful, scary, frightening, uncomfortable, to get a fantastic reward after. So, this is the process in pretty much anything, in sales, in dating, with social anxiety, with social media, boxing. It's all the same principle. It's hard work, it's showing up, it's doing it when you don't feel like it. And when you do something enough that you don't feel like, eventually you do feel like doing it, you love it. Because at the moment, I really pray that everyone can get into this place. It took me a while to get here. I'm loving what I'm doing. I do feel like it. I can't wait to do it. I love going to the gym. I love doing the events. I like doing the videos. But it wasn't always like that for me. When I had my mental health challenges, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to come out of my house. I didn't want to speak to people. I didn't want to look at people. I didn't want eye contact. I didn't want any kind of confrontation, good, bad, or indifferent. And I got tired eventually of being in that place, scared.